Hey guys, how's it going today? So, we're going to be talking about how this HJC helmet saved my life, actually. It was on this DRZ 400 back here, my 2019 Supermoto. And this is an HJC RPHA 1N. I have a cardo attached to it too here. Well, I did, but now it's not really usable anymore because of the crash, right? So, we're going to talk about what happened here, go through the accident, and it was a high side. So, and yeah, let's get into it here. Let's talk about this this great helmet. Alright guys, so here's the DRZ 400. This is where I came off the bike here. High side, I was in the gravel here. So the bike is all fixed up now. We'll go over that afterwards. And I had to do a few things to get it back in shape. Accident wasn't too bad. It was like 15-20 miles an hour. Here's the helmet. So let's go over the accident first, and then we'll look at the helmet, how the helmet survived, how my head survived, right? Alright. So I was doing, these marks here aren't for me. Other people come through and drift and do stuff in the parking lot here. So I was on the DRZ 400 here, going around the parking lot and doing like fast U-turns, doing a little drifting in the gravel, doing like 15-20 miles an hour. Nothing too fast over on that side too. Just kind of doing circles here, and just, you know, like 2-3 minutes of it. And wasn't really tearing anything up. These are just, you know, street tires. So that's probably the first problem, is these are street tires. These are Conti Motions, which are excellent on the street, but not great on the gravel. So I came around here, doing about 15-20, had the bike pushed over, doing like, you know, Supermoto style with my foot out and stuff. And I ran out of tire here, back tire. So I could feel the rear tire, you know, give out because I ran out of rubber. And what I should have done is just probably laid the bike down and walked away, or laid the bike down and, you know, slid away or whatever on the ground. It's low-sided. Probably would have been preferable, but instead I pushed the bike back up straight again and try to save it, right? So I got the bike back up straight, and then as it regripped, as the tire regripped here, I got thrown off the high side of the bike right about here. And thankfully there was like a bunch of glass here from a car. There's a food pantry here at the church that I help at too, and there's a car fire here. Somebody had like that was a while ago at the pantry, and the glass and stuff broke out, and that was an interesting time. But anyways, I didn't hit that. It was like right around here where I went down, not in the glass, thankfully. But I have full gear on, so we'll show you the gear here in a second. I'm trying to figure where to insert my gear because I'm wearing it right now, and I got a 360 camera, so I'll show you the gear. But I came off right here and landed on my right side and slid in this area here, and that's what you see the damage on the helmet from. The impact is pretty good on my head, on my helmet, to be honest with you. And yeah, if I didn't have this helmet on, I am pretty sure that I would have no face left, because look at that. That is the whole front side of my face. I'm going to switch to the 360 camera. We're going to look at the suit, like damage to the suit, and I'll talk a little bit more about what happened when I came off, how I landed. So let's switch to the 360 camera real quick. All right, guys, I got the 360 camera out here. Hopefully the audio is good on this, because it's a different camera. So we're in the same spot here, of course. Here's the suit. I went down on my right side, came off the bike here, and went down right there in that area on my right side. So here's the damage, any damage to the suit, not much. I wiped down the Spidi logo, and there was a lot of dirt and dust. And then there's some damage to the exterior slider here on the right shoulder. I was wearing this Helite air vest, inflatable vest, and it's got hard armor in the front and hard armor in the rear, along with a cutout for a speed hump and a suit if you have it. The suit doesn't have a speed hump, but it has a cutout for it. This is a nice vest. I got this from overseas. I ordered it from, I think it was MotoStorm, and they're less expensive over there, even with shipping and everything. At least they used to be. So I saved quite a few $100s in this, because this is like an expensive vest over here, but I didn't pay anywhere near that for this. Maybe like $400 or something. And so I came off the bike right here, caught myself in my right hand. I had gauntlet gloves on. I had, what were they? I think I had a set of Barrett gloves. I have a couple different gauntlets, like inexpensive ones. I have a Cortec, Barrick, and like an Oxford set. And I think I'm gonna be getting a G-Moto set soon. But anyway, I came off the bike here and landed on my right side. So I caught myself with my right arm, which I probably shouldn't have done. And when I landed, my palm like gripped on the gravel and tucked underneath me. So then I hit my right shoulder. That's the damage you see on the right shoulder slider. And made a pretty good impact on the shoulder. And then my head went down pretty hard. So it kind of like drugged me when I hit here. It drugged my arm down, and then I hit my head right here, as you can see on the helmet right here. That's all the scratching is. And then I did some landscaping with my face. So I hit and went for, you know, a few feet or something. I wasn't going that fast, like 15, 20 miles an hour. So I didn't get a bunch of travel. Thankfully, I came off like right here and didn't hit that pole right there, because that'd have been really bad news if I'd have flown in the air and hit that thing. That would have been a great time. So I stopped just short of the pole, probably came off and ended up right about here, somewhere around here, and then got up and checked my, so right about in this area here, and then got up and checked to see if I broke my right collarbone or shoulder or anything, because I know in these type of crashes, like Cycle Cruiser, he's broken his collarbone. He was off-road and he did it. But this type of fall, you can break your collarbone and other various things, arm, shoulder, shoulder socket, all kinds of stuff. So thankfully for my gear and everything, I didn't have any road rash or gravel rash or broken bones or anything, but I did bruise my palm here. Like, this is healed up now, but it took like a month or two, that bone right there, to heal up. It was pretty rough. It was like trying to do push-ups or stuff like that. It was pretty painful. Thankfully, I don't think anything was broken, and nothing serious. I didn't go to the hospital. And then this here, maybe I should have gone to the hospital, because when I woke up the next day, you know, the impact was right in this area, and pretty sure I got concussed, because I waited until late that night to go to bed. It happened in the evening, so I stayed up for like 5, 6, 7 hours or 8 hours or something. And then I woke up the next day, took the dog out, and I thought, I was walking around, I'm like, I'm not okay. Like, I don't feel okay. And I was kind of like out to lunch. That took a day or two to go away about, and I was sore here for probably a week or two, but nothing broken, and I was, you know, fully functional. And yeah, so without this helmet, I'm pretty sure I would have been, I might have been killed. Probably would have been, because of the impact. And a lot of people don't realize that it's not the sliding where like the damage is why you need a helmet. That's what the gear is for like slides. It's the impact. So like, it's coming off the bike. It doesn't matter how fast you're going, really. I mean, it does matter, but as far as coming off the bike, it's the height, like standing here on the bike and then getting thrown off and then landing and making impact. That's where all the damage comes from, right? It's that impact. And I probably went in, so let's go through what happened bike-wise. So when I ran out of tire there and tried to stand the bike back up, it all happened so fast. I've tried to reconstruct this in my head a few times. I wish I had a camera on when it happened. I didn't have the camera turned on when it happened. So I stood the bike back up, and the tire regained traction because I ran out of traction I ran out of tire when I was leaning to the left. When it regained traction, one of two things happened, I think. So I remember, I think I might have whiskey throttled a little bit when I caught, and I remember it felt like the front end came up, but it could have just been me coming off the bike. See, I'm not sure which, because it's happened in a split second. So I stood the bike back up, thought I was going to be okay, and then the momentum just carried me right off the bike as I stood the bike up, so it like threw me off, and then the bike landed on its right side. Right around here, there was a mark on the gravel here for where it went down. It didn't go down too hard. I will talk about what I had to fix in the bike. These bikes crash really well. But yeah, I was right around here somewhere. I think it's kind of been filled in here from the rain and stuff, and cars driving over it now. But yeah, bike went down on the right side here, and I think what happened was I re-caught traction, and the bike just flung me off from the centrifugal force of coming around the corner and then standing back up. I remember just like standing it back up thinking I was okay, and then being in the air and like, well, I guess I'm going down. Like, I thought I was in the air. It's like, oh, I guess we're going down. And then I should have probably tucked up and not put my arm down, because you can break your arm that way, or your hand or your wrist or fingers. So I probably should have just tucked up and landed. And I remember when I hit the helmet here, I was thinking as my helmet hit, first of all, I was glad I had a helmet on, but also as I was like landscaping with my face, I thought I was trying to like lift my head up to like, so I wouldn't damage the helmet. Just, you know, you're not thinking straight. It happens so quickly. So I was like, oh no. And I try to like lift my head up. And I think when I did that, I think I strained the back of my neck too. It was from the impact, but also because I was trying to like pick my head up really hard when the helmet was so yeah. Anyway, don't do that. Don't worry about the gear when you go down. Just tuck up and protect yourself, right? So just split second things. I haven't crashed very much, so this is my first high side. I've had some low speed stuff before, but never a high side. So yeah, high sides suck, by the way. I would not 100% not recommend. Even at these slow speeds, they still suck. So yeah, don't do it if you can avoid it. I know no one does it on purpose, but yeah. So learn from my mistake. Drifting in parking lot and gravel parking lots with street tires, would not recommend if you're going to. Yeah, it's just probably not a good idea. So let's talk about the bike here and what happened to the bike. So we'll just keep using the 360 since you guys can. The resolution isn't quite as good as the GoPro, but you'll be able to see more of the bike and stuff this way, I think. So here's the damage from the where the front fender hit. I have a new fender for this too now, and the aftermarket headlight here took some damage. And then there's a little bit right here. This was already damaged though when I got it. A little bit of damage there. Got a little bit here, a little bit here, a little rash right here and right there. And then I think a little bit on the blinker, but not much. And I've replaced the lever and both grips since then. And I also replaced the front tire here. The front tire is a Warp 9 Elite now. Not tubeless, it's a regular tube tire. But the previous owner had this bike down before. I think he was doing some wheelies on it. You can tell by the back fender he was. So I replaced this because it was out of true a bit, and just got the same gold, stock gold color. And this wheel's great. So it's all balanced and everything now, and set up in Trude. So yeah, it turned out really well. Had a friend of mine, Chad Holm, did the respoking of this, and it turned out really well. And then another place in town did the balancing. We got it all Midwest Power Sports. Yeah, Brad Todd over there did the balancing. Great work. He does great work too. If you live in the area, look him up. And that's about it. I got a new rear fender for this bike. I got a new shroud, stock head shroud up. I want to do some of that to it. I'm selling the bike though too, because I don't ride it a whole lot. I got a lot of other bikes. Not a lot of other bikes, but I've got a few other bikes that I ride. A couple others. I ride my Ninja 400 more than this right now. The Conti Motion tires I replaced too. They're in good shape, so the bike runs good. There's no mechanical problems at all with it. Crashed really well. Blinkers, everything good shape. Everything held up. These are the stock plastic still. Everything held up really well. I put these mirrors on afterwards. But yeah, just a little scraping and scratching. These bikes crashed really well. The bike crashed better than I did. Right? So yeah, if you got any questions or anything about the crash, just go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section here. And yeah, this helmet, really very, very thankful for this HJC helmet. It's this specific helmet, the RPHA 1N, is a very tight race fit. It's a little tight in my ears, but otherwise it's a really good helmet. I have a different older helmet I'm using now until I replace this, so I haven't replaced it yet. But yeah, there's the damage up close with the 360 camera. And this obviously shouldn't use this anymore because of the impact. I took off the interior padding to see what the foam looked like in the inside, but it looks fine. But I don't think you really shouldn't reuse it after an accident, because it didn't have a pretty good impact. So I'm gonna replace it. But thanks to HJC for saving my face and saving my life. So if you guys enjoyed this content, make sure you like and subscribe. I get all kinds of reviews on the channel here of all kinds of different bikes and all kinds of stuff, comparisons, shorts. So yeah, go check them out if you like this content. And if you want to see more of this motorcycle, I have a walk around already on the channel. And I think I did a couple other, like a first impression ride review that's not out yet, stuff like that. But yeah, all right, we will see you guys in the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. All right, see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.